Hi guys, today we're going to be going over Sologenic as part of our Altcoin Masterclass, so let's get right into it. I'm going to be going over 10 different categories which I think are the most important categories when investing in an altcoin. So just to go through them quickly, first one is real world use case. What real world value does this project have that it can bring to the masses? The next one is team. Every great project has a great team behind them. Next is partnerships. What connections has the company made to help endorse their product? Number 4, we have tokenomics. When we're investing into altcoins, the tokenomics have to be correct. What kind of mechanism are they using behind the coin? Can they just print infinite amounts of tokens, or is it inflationary or deflationary? Number 5, we have market cap and price potential. We don't want to be investing in the high market cap coins as they have less return on investment. Next, we've got technical analysis. If we can read the charts, we can perhaps predict the future and future setups of where we think price will gravitate towards. Number 7, we have activity in Twitter. How active has the company been and how active is their Twitter account when it comes towards other investors, retail, or big other institutions? Number 8, we have community. How well backed is the company when it comes to the community? Does the community support or is it against the project? Risk adverse. How risk averse is the project? We all know altcoins are very, very risky, but what has the company done to mitigate these risks? And comparisons. What other comparisons does this token have in other tokens that might potentially be better? So first we're going to get into real world use case. So what is Sologenic trying to do? So it's the tokenization of real world assets, taking stocks, ETF commodities, and potentially bonds and putting them onto blockchain. What else can they do? Well, what we're trying to do is bridge traditional finance and crypto. So for example, this would be trading Apple stock for XRP. What else has Sologenic done? Well, they've created a decentralized exchange and a wallet which allows you to trade tokens on the XRP ledger, create trading pairs, liquidity pools, and the fees are very, very low. And as you can see down here, that their mission is to become the most influential blockchain-based project in the world by bridging the gap between traditional financial markets and cryptocurrencies. And their vision is to facilitate and implement sustainable paths for mass adoption of cryptocurrency globally, tokenizing the economy. And if we go over here, we can see that their website literally tells you everything. You've got the access to the DEX, swap, NFT marketplace. You can learn about their roadmap over here, about us and their team. We've got a community and even a developers list. Now next, I just want to talk about the tokenized asset industry. As you can see, a lot of these reports say it can be up to 20 trillion, even 10 trillion. If we can capture a very small amount into this project, the return on investment will be crazy. So I'll just leave this on here for a second so you can have a quick look or pause the video. Next, meet the team. So what we want to do is we want to go through, let's just take 3 of them. So we'll go for Mike. Firstly, he's the CEO. So if we go to his LinkedIn page, we can see here the CEO of Sologenic and Corium, FinTech, TradeFi, DeFi, and tokenization. If we come down to experience, he is the board observer of Texture Capital. He's been in Sologenic for about 2 years and 3 months. He's been the head of partnerships, FinTech Sandbox, vice president of global sales for TMF Group. And if we go on here, it shows a massive list of all the experiences he's had. So as a CEO, this is exactly what you will be expecting. For Fidelity Investment, management, business development, account executive, employee benefits, the list just goes on and on and on. So you guys can take a look at that. Next, we have Bob Ross, is the co-founder and board member. So now he's a venture capitalist of Cornest Capital. As you can see, his experience: co-founder, board member of Corium, Sologenic for 5 years and 9 months. Previous experience: again, this is amazing. This is exactly what we want to be seen, and I believe he is the reason why Sologenic got that partnership with Solotex through the Cornest Capital Fund. Next, we'll have a look at their tech manager, Alberto Robles, I believe. So as you can see, his experience as a tech advisor, Pulsara, tech manager, Sologenic, React developer. So he's exactly what you want to be seeing again, software developer in Web3. This is exactly what we want to be seeing in the team. Next, partnerships. So I'm going to start with Fireblocks first. In 2023, they made a partnership, which I managed to get up here. Let's go over here. So Sologenic revolutionizes the digital finance landscape with the launch of Sologenic and CBDC's tokenization solution, streamlining tokenization for institutions. These offerings are set to reshape financial markets. So this is a great partnership with Fireblocks, which promotes security. And what exactly Solotext is, I believe it's, how do you put it? It is a CBDC tokenization solution that launched in 2023, apparently. And it's built to let banks, governments, and institutions tokenize assets. So this is the CBDCs, securities, and this allows them to manage them securely. Next, we want to be talking about the partnership Texture Capital, which we can just find at the top of Sologenic's page. So as you can see, Sologenic and Texture Capital are launching Solotex, which is the future of tokenized equities in the US, which is basically saying that this is one of the first companies that will be trying to tokenize stuff and putting it onto blockchain. We expected this to be in late summer, which is past now, but we'll get into that later. But ideally, what is being bought is the first US FINRA registered broker, which will help regulate tokenized real world assets. Another partnership with Uphold and Topper, which is on ramps and off ramps for the Solo decks. You got All Bridge, which is like a multi-chain bridge, which is good for connectivity. Obviously, we know Zoom Wallet, Ledger, toolkits, all stuff to integrate with the system, and I'm pretty sure we've had some tier 1 exchange, although we've had no Coinbase or Binance. Next, we're going to talk about Tokenomics. So 400 million supply, which is very low. We've got 99% of it circulating, which is amazing. It means that no one secretly has a stash in a separate wallet. Fully diluted market cap, so matches the current market cap since all of the tokens are basically in circulation. A lot of it was airdropped, which is great. It's a fixed supply, it's non-inflationary. So what this means is some of it's actually being burnt. So as it gets burnt, the value will go up because there'll be less and less and less due to scarcity. The core utility of the token: gas, trading fees, governance incentives on the Sologenic DEX. And here we have adoption driven, so demand rises if tokenized assets, so stocks, ETF, real world assets gain traction with potential deflationary burns, which is what I was talking about before. If Solotex goes live, this token, the utility, the price, it'll just drive it through the roof. Next, we have the market cap and price potential. So we're in between about 120 million and 130 million with an all-time high of 1.3 billion, which is absolutely insane. So if we go to CoinGecko, The market cap, you can see, is only 485. This token is easily a top 100 token, especially if it delivers on what it has promised. But we'll have to see. So market cap is low. It's exactly what we want to be seeing. 100 million is tiny, especially when we're going to be trying to get back to the billions and above. Next, technical analysis. So I'm going to be having a look at some charts that I've drawn up. So as you can see, we have the 382 fib and the 236 fib. It's been trading around this range for quite a while now. Specifically, let's have a look. The range has been trading basically a year now, which is quite a lot, but it's showing strong strength. It's back tested the 236 quite a few times. My highest target for the token is the 1618, which is the blue line at the very top, which is $109. This would be a 32,000% increase. This is the all-time high that I think it can reach this cycle, but I've put prices that I think it can reach in between. So we've got $9, $18, $36. I'd just like to point out that Sologenic has to be higher than XRP in price, like it previously has. So if we're saying XRP could potentially reach $15, then Sologenic is primed for $20 and above. It's just common sense going based off past history that we've seen. I won't bore you too much with charts, so we'll get on to the next one. Activity in Twitter. So when it comes to Sologenic, they've not been very active on Twitter. Talking like September, which is this month, but it wasn't even anything to do with Sologenic. It was just about somebody spreading lies, I believe. Apart from that, we've had just a couple of reposts in July, so it's not looking too great when it comes to activity. However, the CEO does post quite a bit, but when it comes to the actual project itself, not much going on at all. Community. When it comes to the community of Sologenic, if you just literally type in Sologenic at the top of Twitter, you do get quite a lot coming up, which is great. We get people like Corium Warrior, Go Solo. Everyone's posting about it. Solo BRB with charts. We have Zen Lounge. The community is actually great when it comes to backing Sologenic, which is quite good to see, including myself with some technical analysis. Next, risk averse, past experiences. So we know with Sologenic, the past hasn't been great. We've had solo cards been promised, nothing. Some problems with the airdrop, which has been clarified, but that was still a problem in the past. Solo Text was meant to launch late summer, which was actually meant to be the 22nd of September. Well, this is gone, but Mike McCloskey cleared this up by saying that they're in the kind of the testnet version of it, and they do hope to launch soon, which is good that they kept the clarity up with investors. He's quite active on Twitter as well. Obviously, we know security with Fireblocks. They've been audited. The people, the team is great. So when it comes to risk adverse, they do what it takes. But obviously, promises haven't been great. This can be due to technical issues with compliance regulation, so it might not actually be their fault. So we got that to take into consideration. Next, we have a comparison, which is Ondo. So firstly, Ondo isn't quite the same as Sologenic, as its XRPL expansion is to tokenize treasuries, which isn't the same, but their flagship assets are USDY, OUSG. Some points we can go through is that they have over 1.3 billion total value locked across the both. 600 million locked as of September 2024. Cross-chain expansion with Cosmos. Integration infrastructure with Mastercard, which is great. So as you can see, compared to Sologenic, they've got some big names with them. What else can we see? Obviously, they have staking, protocol proposals, KYC. The founder is Nathan Ullman, which is an ex-Goldman Sachs VP, which is crazy. So as you can see, this is kind of what we want Sologenic to be doing, having these kind of big names like Mastercard, big names coming to the team to help back them. But as they are both unique projects, Sologenic does have its own niche, which can bring us great return on investments. Launch time, we've had the Fed meeting September, didn't really do anything. We've had the late launch of Sologenic, it's not even launched yet, so that was a disappointment. But we have looking forward to is our Fed meeting in October and our Q4 alt season, which hopefully the Sologenic does align with this, and then this is just a catalyst for the prices, which I see being 109, 36, 18 and 9. Even if we just reach our all-time high, which it'll do more than that because it has to go higher than XRP, it'll still be great. Like if it reaches our all-time high from here, we're looking at 2,200%, which is insane returns. Back to the charts, the final results. I'm giving the real world use case a 10 out of 10. Like we said, $10 trillion dollars in tokenized assets. That's what the market will look like by 2030. If Sologenic can get a fraction of that, it'll be insane. So that's a 10 out of 10. The team, it's a good team. We've seen their LinkedIns, we've seen their experience, 9 out of 10. Partnerships with Texture Capital and Fireblocks, we still need more. It's not the best, even if we can get some sort of EU license. That means we can go global, which will be absolutely insane. Tokenomics are great, deflationary, low supply, can't go wrong with that at all. Market cap low, great for returns. Technical analysis, we've had a look at the charts. It's primed for a setup. Even for altcoins, altcoin charts tend to look crazy with their massive swings, but as we can see here, it's had a massive pump and we're just consolidating right now, which is great for an altcoin because a lot of them didn't even have this pump, they just bled out. Activity in Twitter is definitely below average. It's not great at all. It's one to watch out for, probably because they don't really have anything to say. There'll be lots of non-disclosure agreements, which means that they can't exactly say what they want to say until the time's right. Community is great, risk adverse, they're doing what they can to mitigate the risks. Comparisons, nothing really compares to it, which is great. So I'm giving it a 76 out of 100. And anything above, I'd say 60%, 70% is a great token company to invest in. Thank you for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment down below for any other projects you'd like me to review next. Patreon links are in the description. Have a great day, guys.